Guys, give me a show here back in this video, and today's video is a discussion video on who knew Dexter was the Harbour Butcher. So, characters who never found out Dexter's identity, from Angel Batista, James Dukes, Maria LaGuardia. These characters knew, and I just watched Resurrection, great season. Quite behind, but I wanted to make this video because I've made 5 characters who could know on theories I've seen, and I'll be ranking my opinion on each of the characters. So, they knew Dexter was a serial killer, meaning that Dexter, they had their suspicions. Well, they knew 100% Dexter was a serial killer. They possibly knew, meaning that they had their suspicions, similar to James Stokes at the start of the show, but they didn't know Dexter was a serial killer. And they didn't know means they just didn't know he was a killer. Captain Matthews is the first person on this list. Now, Matthews is a close friend of Harry's, and he's basically knows Deborah and Dexter pretty well. He's the captain of the police station, and he's about the same age as Harry. So, there's also a scene in season 2 when he reveals how Harry was killed. So, did Matthews know Dexter was a killer? Or, because a lot of people theorize that Matthews did know, but kept it a secret to honor Harry's memory. I'm gonna say for Matthews, he was looking into Dexter in season 7, so he didn't believe Dexter was a killer. And because of that, I don't think Matthews knew the truth. To be honest, I feel like he wouldn't know Dexter's a killer. He might think Dexter's strange or socially awkward, but he wouldn't think he's a killer. So I'm going to say Matthews didn't know. That's kind of it for Matthews. He just doesn't really have a lot compared to these other theories. Joey Quinn. Now, I love Joey Quinn. So Joey Quinn was the character that plays James Stokes in season 3 of Dexter. So, what's the evidence for Quinn knowing or not? So, first of all, season 5, Quinn had hired down Liddy to find out information on Dexter. Liddy got literal proof and evidence with Lumen Pierce. So, with Joey Quinn, this character, I think Joey, about season 5, Dexter saved him for getting blood on his shoe, and he got framed for killing Stan Liddy. And Dexter saved him, and Joey just never questioned Dexter again. Dexter and Joey don't really like each other that much. Season 6, 7, he didn't really. Season 8, he repaid the favour by saying it was obviously self-defense. In Resurrection, it was even shown that he was worried about Angel Batista and wanted him back in Miami Metro. So Quinn is a lieutenant at this point, so he's actually doing quite well. But to be honest, Quinn knew. Okay, there's no way Quinn does not know. The reason he didn't was because of his relationship with Deborah. If he never fell in love with Deborah and that never happened, I believe Joey would have gone straight for Dexter. Possibly the only character on this list who is still alive to date that knows Dexter's a killer. Camilla. So, she's a family friend. She looked out for Harry. She burned the evidence of Brian Moser and Dexter being brothers. And she asked Dexter to kill her. Now, that's not just something you do. You just don't ask somebody to kill you. Like, that's not a thing you say. So, I think Camilla does know Dexter is a killer. And only went after bad people. I'll put her above Joey, because this isn't even a theory. This is just a straight up fact, I think. So, I think Camilla just actually did know. So, I think she knew. Vince Masuka. So, Vince Masuka, I love Vince Masuka, okay? Vince Masuka is such an interesting character. So, the thing with Vince is there's a theory going around that Vince knew Dexter the whole time, and it was before the show, and it kind of scared him, so he doesn't really do it. He doesn't turn Dexter in. I don't agree with this. I think, honestly, if this was the case, we would have seen a shift in Masuka's character. He wouldn't have been as funny or serious with Dexter. I always think Masuka thought Dexter was strange, but I don't, because he thought like him, but I don't think he knew he was a killer. specifically. So Vince Masuka, if I'm being honest, he helped Dexter in his wedding. Him and Angel are probably Dexter's best friends, actually, to be honest. And to be honest, did Vince know? I don't think so. I think Vince Masuka had no idea who Dexter was. I think he thought Dexter was strange, but I'll put him below Captain Matthews because Matthews does have connections. If it wasn't for that statement in season 7, I would have put him here, but there we go. So the final character is the famous, the one and only, Frank Lundy. So Frank Lundy was in season 2 and season 4. Now, he's a special FBI agent, and the thing is, he investigated the Harbour Butcher case and asked Dexter specifically, is this where the Harbour Butcher would kill his victims? And then he said to Dexter, there's no justification for killing. And then he goes, Dexter even says yes, but then Grundy says, except one, saving an innocent life. And Dexter is saving innocent people. I think the thing is, Dexter is saving people. And that's the thing of the code. The code saves people. It's not just about justing those who were taken, but those who, like, Dexter saves lives. And Harrison says, we're saving people. And Dexter's like, yeah. So, in New Blood, even for that to be the case. And for this, I think for Frank Lundy, when we get to Trinity, you know, in season 1 exactly, but when we get to season 2, and Maria points out James Stokes, Frank Lundy stated he didn't think James Stokes was the Harbour Butcher. Lundy was always suspicious of James Stokes. Stokes did not fit the profile. He didn't think Stokes didn't have it in him. Stokes' personality as well. He just thinks Stokes, the type of character the Harbour Butcher is, he just thought it was suspicious James Stokes was that character. Not to say James Stokes isn't smart. Stokes is a very capable cop, but like in the sense that he doesn't fit the profile of the Harbour Butcher. In season 4, he came back for Trinity, and he bumped into the Trinity killer. And how people would argue, how did Frank Lundy not know he was the Trinity killer? But I think something to keep in mind with Arthur Mitchell is Trinity wouldn't have made himself known. I think similar like Yagami, when it came, not like L, he wouldn't have made himself known. So I think that is realistic to assume that's the case. So Frank Lundy, he possibly knew. I think he had his suspicions on Dexter, but I don't think he knew Dexter was a killer directly. So I'm going to put him as a possibly knew, because it's 50-50. You could either say he knew or he didn't know. Because if he knew, why would he let Dexter walk? So I think he was suspicious of Dexter, but because of his love for Deborah, similar to Joey Quinn, and also just not having the evidence, he didn't convict him. So that's it for this video. This is my entire tier list. Do you agree with every character I have put in these rankings? If you don't, rank them yourselves. Let me know if you do disagree, but I thought I'd just make this, and yeah, peace and farewell.